So in the previous video, I showed you how to create a bar chart, a pie chart, then a line chart, and then a bar chart on Google Sheets. Now let's try to create this three charts on Excel. So same as what we did for the pie chart. To create a pie chart on Excel, you need to start first by creating a pivot table, and from the pivot table you then create your pie chart. So let's go to insert. Remember, that's how we created pivot table. Insert pivot table. Yes, please go to the new sheet, and let's move that here and rename it, and let's say pivot table like pie chart. All right, so let's create our pivot table. We want parental satisfaction to be in the value, it's count, so we have it the correct value, and we also want parental satisfaction to be in the row. So it's all good. Now let us create a pie chart out of it. Remember, you are selecting everything minus the grand total so that it doesn't give us the wrong information for the pie chart. So now to do that, let us go into insert to create our pie chart. Insert, and this is where you choose the charts that you can get. It does have this that says recommended charts. I typically don't use that because while it is the machine making suggestions for you, it's not a mind reader and may not get the recommendation right. So you know what it is that you want to create, so you can just go straight up and just create that. So we want a pie chart, and so we click on the pie, and these are the options that there are for the pie chart. And there's the 2D, there's the 3D, and then there's the donut type, whichever one you prefer. I generally prefer the 2D, so I select it, and we have our pie chart. So we have our pie chart here. So the pie chart also gives you a legend that lets you know that blue is my child does not have an IEP. Red or orange is neutral, gray is satisfactory, and yellow or yellowish is unsatisfactory. But you can notice that this pie chart kind of looks a little bit different from how it looked in the Google Sheets. For one thing, the percentage is not included here. So if you click on this here, you will see the percentage. You can see it that it shows on it. If you click on it, it shows it. I don't know if you guys are seeing it in the video, but it does when you click on it. To change that so that it's looking out very clearly, you need to click on the pie chart itself. You will right click and tell it to format, tell it to add labels first, and it will add the labels. It has it here written as 2957. This is the count, but we don't want to count. We want it as in percentage. To do that, we are going to right click again and tell it to format data labels. And so we click on that, and it gives us options whereby we can select that as percentage. So when we select it as percentage, we see the percentage. Right now, the percentage label position, it tells us that is in the best fit. That's not bad, but it's not really something that somebody will see very well because of the colors. So what you want to do is to move it out. So it goes out, and now it's outside, is more clearly seen. And right now is in comma, and you don't want that. So you go back and ask it to put it in period. So it has it in period. Now you can keep the value as it is, or so this is what we want. We want it to be just the percentage, and it kind of does that: 9%, 32, 39%, 22, and 30. So this gives us the information. Now, this pie chart has the lines clearly demarcated. We can tell it we don't want the lines to show, and that looks a little different there. So this is what it means. You don't have those lines showing on it. So let's now go. So that's what we could do for that. We have our our pie charts, very nicely done. We can change the label here and change it into a different one. So we can put our question, our sub question says compare proportion of parental satisfaction. So that is that. That gives us that information and everything is all good. So now let us create the line charts from the second sub question. So to do that, we have to create the sheet first of all, just like we did with Google Sheets. So we create that and we change, sorry, just to move it around, and then we change that to line chart. Let's create another sheet for the bar chart. All right, so we have that now. Let us create the line chart. So to create the line chart, let's select everything and go into line charts and try to insert that. So this is a line chart. This is it. It's going to say there is nothing. So we go to select data right over here. We change it to select data. It tells us, what that information is. This is not as smooth as it was in Google Sheets, but it's doable. So let's click on that. To select that data, that data source, we need to go to the sheets where our data is. So we go to that sheet and then we select everything in it. We select everything and then we go back to the sheet that we want, and so it has it here. Our y-axis, let's see, our y-axis needs to be parental satisfaction. So that says that's what our sorry, no, that's not what our y-axis needs to be parental. Our x-axis needs to be parental satisfaction, while our y-axis needs to be the LEAP scores. All right, so okay. All right, so this is what it looks like, and it is a mess, as you can imagine. So Google Sheets does a much better work with creating this than Excel does. So this does not look nice. As you can see, it doesn't look nice at all, and it doesn't give us the opportunity to get aggregates in the way that Google Sheets does. So, but this is how you create it in Excel. But Google Sheet does a much better job with that, but I just wanted to show you guys how it is done in Excel. Now let's go back and create the bar charts for Excel. We go back to insert, select bar charts. There are a couple of options here. You can either go vertical, 2D, or vertical 3D, horizontal 2D, and horizontal 3D. I prefer vertical 2D. So now we need to go and select the data. Once again, we go back to the sheets with our information. We select everything. Okay, enter. And we go to our horizontal. Let's change that up and make it to select this, enter, and click. And so we have that. So this is our bar chart. The thing with this is that same as we had with the line charts, it does not give us the opportunity to create aggregates. And the much you can do is you can change up the minimum and the maximum here, just in the same way that you did here. So we can change our minimum to 50. 50, and then we can change our maximum to, let's say, 98. And that's that. So we can make our, and that is it, and that's what we have. So it doesn't give us a lot of option in terms of getting aggregates. You can only sorry, I need to change the measure to 20, so that is a lot clearer, and the minor to 5. So yeah, this is the best you can do with Excel. It doesn't have a lot of room to do more with that. So my recommendation is, if you want to create charts, you're better off doing it with Google Sheets than doing it with Excel. So that's where we end for learning objective 2, and then we get to the last learning objective. See you in a bit.